Hi, my name is Miley Oye. I'm a senior support engineer at Google. At Google, we work hard to make sure that when you use our search engine, you find what you're looking for. To improve our search results, as well as maintain security and prevent fraud, we remember some basic information about searches. Without this information, our search engine wouldn't work as well as it does, or be as secure. So what information does Google collect? Let's find out, starting with a simple search. So you type in a word, say cars. That search for cars is sent over the internet, routed to Google servers, where we look for results, and then send those results back over the internet to your computer. Cars is called a search query. Search queries are one kind of data we collect, and we collect them so we can analyze search patterns and ultimately give you better search results. For example, if you've ever mistyped a search term, you've probably noticed that Google offers an alternative spelling. So if you add an extra S at the end of cars, Google will ask, "Did you mean cars?" We're able to do that because we've studied search queries in our logs and found that when people type in CARSS, they often really mean CARS. A second piece of information we collect is your computer's address, what's technically called an IP address. An IP address is a bit like your phone number on the internet, and it looks something like this. When you send a search request to Google, it uses your IP address to ensure that the search results are returned to the right computer. But an IP address doesn't say who you are or exactly where you are. In fact, some providers give you a different IP address every time you surf the web. At best, all Google can tell about you from your IP address is your general location, say Denver, and maybe which provider you use to connect to the internet. Only your provider can directly match you with your IP address. This makes sense, because much like a telephone company, they're the ones you have an account with, and they're also the ones who gave you the IP address. Now let's talk about cookies, a third piece of information Google collects. A cookie is a very small file which gets stored on your computer. All search engines and most websites use cookies. Why? Cookies remind us of your preferences from the last time you visited, such as the fact that you want search results in English and no more than 10 results per page. What a cookie doesn't tell Google is personal stuff about you, like where you live or what your phone number is. In fact, a cookie doesn't even tell Google whether it's actually you visiting Google or someone else, say your roommate, spouse, or kids, who's using the same computer. So that's what we collect: the thing you search for, your computer's IP address, and the cookie. Then what? Well, in the same way that a store keeps a receipt of your purchases, Google keeps a type of receipt of your visit called a log. Here's what a typical log of your visit looks like. Here's the term you search for, cars. Here's the IP address, which, as we discussed earlier, is like your internet phone number. Here's the cookie ID, which identifies your computer and tells us your preferences. Here's the browser version and the operating system. And last, here's the date and time of your search. As you can see, logs don't contain any truly personal information about you. And, to further protect your privacy, Google will soon cut off portions of the IP addresses and cookie numbers that have been in our logs for more than 18 months. It's similar to how credit card receipts replace portions of your card number with hash marks to add an extra layer of privacy protection. Here's what an IP address will look like in our files after 18 months. And here's what a cookie will look like. Google is the first major search engine to do this. So I hope this gives you a better idea of the information Google collects when you use our search engine, and how this improves your overall search experience. To learn more, visit our Privacy Center at google.com/privacy.html. Thanks for watching, and thanks for searching on Google.